remember when it was like Hard Knocks, and they was doing the Dolphins, and that one dude was like he was interviewing Chad Ochocinco because he just got locked up when he headbutted the girl, right? That same dude told me, I can see it clear as day. He sat right here and he said, "So what the fuck you got to tell me?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" He said, "No, what the fuck you got to tell me? I know you from here. What the fuck you got to tell me? You got some secrets." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Because if you do, we finna find out." I said, "Oh." I said, "I ain't got nothing to tell you, man. I ain't got nothing." He said, "All right, well, you can go. Because if you got some, you ain't coming back here." So now you see all that shit with a decision. When I made that decision, when they try to send me to Buffalo, I'm like, "Nah, I ain't doing this no more. I'm good. I'll go get a job. I'm done, dog." Because that's that other side of that people don't understand. All right. But yeah, I'm finna get started though.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right. All right, what's up, man?
What's going on?
You can join the show. Glad you could join the show. We finna get rolling, but I gotta put this phone on airplane mode because it'll start dinging and everything.
Oh yeah.
So, welcome everybody to the Black Male Podcast. I am your host, AP. I got a special guest today. We all call him Rod. Rod, you want to turn your camera a little bit? You look sideways, dog. There you go. All right. So the reason why I asked Rod to come on the show is because Rod is going through something right now that I myself have been through myself. Okay. Rod was a college football player. He went to school. Everything had good aspirations, but when it's over, it was over. And how do people make that transition from playing ball and having everything right at your footstep and it be snatched away from you? Now you got some real life decisions to make. So yeah, so that's why I asked you to come on the show, man.
What's up?
I want you to go ahead. I want you to introduce yourself to everybody, and then we're gonna get started.
All right, how y'all doing? My name is Rakees Chaney, but I like to go by Rod. Quick background about me. I was raised in Jacksonville, but I moved to Houston when I was like 13. I've been out here going on like 10 years, 11 years. So I guess you can say I'm a Houston native now. Just like Adrian said.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
I want to allow you to here. Once you tell somebody you've been out here longer than 5 years, they say, "Oh, you from Houston now."
I don't care what they say. Never. Never.
But I got the athletic background, went to college. I did go the JUCO route. I got my associate's degree. I transferred to the university. I went to PWI, predominantly white institution. And,
me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I played a season there, and then kind of just life hit me for real. So I had to make a decision, just like you said. Then I had a kid, my son Amir. So I had to just make that transition. I had to step in the real world.
Yeah.
But
when you were playing ball and everything was going good and you was at the top of your game, right? Because I was just talking to somebody now. I got an old teammate from college, and this dude should have been drafted. Dude wasn't drafted, right? Don't know nobody still to this day know why he wasn't drafted. I mean, one of the coldest running backs we ever saw. You know what I mean? But to play with this dude, nobody could touch this dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then he gets to training camp as a free agent, tears his Achilles. Over.
Yeah.
Over. Right? Now this boy got his whole family on his shoulders. Hey man, you gonna make it. You gonna make it. You'll make it. He get a setback like that. Back then, you wasn't doing no training for no Achilles and being done and being back on the field walking around like Aaron Rodgers in months. There wasn't no medicine wasn't that like that. But now, I just saw a picture of him on Facebook. My man is struggling. He's struggling big time. And people don't understand that for football players, once it's over, and it really do mess with your mind. Yeah. Because now, like I said, every time you have something and you can get something that people see you and they see your name, they see your face, you send autographs, you go to places, you go to dinners, and then it's all gone. That's a lonely ass feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
It's feeling. And a lot of people understand because they just see that finished product on the weekend, but
Yeah.
you don't day to
They don't
day.
see the Sunday through Friday.
They just see
Mhm.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to do that. Let me tell you about what this hell is every day. You have no
5
life.
a.m.
You have no life. You
Mhm.
have no life. When you look for the off season, you have no life.
Nope.
You still
That's
have.
one thing people
Don't
don't
try to have
realize.
a girlfriend. Don't try to have a girlfriend because you ain't gonna have no girlfriend pretty soon.
No time. That's just gonna cause problems.
Man, boy.
They're gonna
So
feel
go
like
ahead.
you making time for everybody else, but really, if I show you this itinerary, it start in November. It start as soon as football season over to when school start again. They got us Sunday through Sunday, sun up to sundown. Might as well be a 16-hour shift. Literally, you probably get like an hour nap somewhere in there, 2 hours if you're lucky.
Maybe.
But man, you in a coach face from
Man,
the minute you wake up.
And don't miss nothing.
Oh man,
Those punishments are horrible.
it had you contemplating if you want to really play.
Man, the people don't get that.
They don't get it, man.
Understand that. Did y'all do mat drills?
Oh man, yeah. Well, in my JUCO, we had something called 4 quarters, and it was like, all right, so we did 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and 10 jump squats on command. But it's like we're in unison, the whole team, red shirt program, and everybody included. Yeah. So it's like on the sit-ups, it's on command, hands behind ears. Like they got to be able to see your earlobes. If you had hair, well, I ain't have my hair, but if you had your hair, they wanted you to put it up. They wanted to be able to see your ears. So you do the 10 sit-ups. Boom, they blow the whistle, you flip over push-ups. The push-ups on command, then you flip over and you get in the jump squat position at the bottom and you just holding it. Man, you do 10 of them on command, but we hold every one for like 2-3 minutes. But once you get the number 8, 9, and 10, I remember one time, man, we got the 9. Our coach literally took a phone call and walked out. And like people was in there crying, cramping. People was about to give up. Right when everybody was finna just give in, he walked back in and was like, "Oh, I forgot about y'all." Put his phone in his pocket, and then walked around some more before he blew the whistle up. Man, like, and then after that, we'll have like an hour team run. Mm-hmm. It's like our gym was crazy. Our gym had stairs in every corner. Yeah. So it looked like a very better football players. You got some coming up, some going down for an hour. Yeah. And then like the last 10 minutes, we got to pick up speed. And that was just like, that was the 5 a.m. That's not even breakfast, class, practice, none of that stuff yet. That's just the wake up. Yeah. Yeah. And that was freshman year too. So that hit me real quick. I wasn't prepared for that at first.
Yeah. They don't tell you that when they trying to get you to the school. They're like, oh, they tell you everything. They're like, drop it. Boy, it's like they're trying to ask you to the prom. They promise everything. But as soon as you step foot on that campus, they're like, your ass is mine.
Man.
Your ass is mine. Man, so we had this thing called mat drills. Right? Mm-hmm. We had this thing called mat drills. Wake up was like at 3 a.m. 3 a.m.
You at 5.
You're getting started at 5. 2 consecutive hours. Nothing but drills. No water. 2 hours straight. Boom, 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 boom. Blow that whistle, run. Do this, go. So you mean to tell me that people want to do that? People want that life. I want to be this football player. That's not part of football. That's mind control. That's mind control.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. But people don't get that. They don't understand that at all. So your story is kind of like mine. So when I was done, now I was just talking to somebody. So when I was done, right? So I was with Miami, and I was sitting there telling the story how, before I actually signed with them, the head of security sat there. I would never forget this story. The man said, "So what the fuck is your story?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" Then you approaching me like that. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm thinking you trying to find something out. So then he says, I know you know something. You from here, so you done did something. I was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, don't worry about it, because if you did, I'm gonna fucking find out. And if I do, you'll never play in the league ever. I'm like, shit. I had to go home. That was the last meeting. I had to go home, listen to that. That stuck in my mind for the whole time. So then I get there, I see him. I'm like, that go that fat motherfucker right there. There you go right there. I'm like, I just look and said, yeah, you passed. That's why you here. I'm like, nah, that ain't why I'm here, because you ain't had to know me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to be around them other players like Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas and all them, you get to see them, and you get to like see how you get to really see how tall they are. Zach Thomas probably like a little shorter than Jaleel. He tiny. He a tiny dude. And my whole time there was probably like 5 people that was actually your size. 5 of them. That was like.
What year was this?
This was 2000. Tiny. So that's just that. You didn't even step on the field yet. That's just that, right? So now you get on the field, you see all of a sudden like, oh, these people ain't good. This ain't it. Oh, this is easy. It's just playing game. But their mind game and what they play is completely different. So now when you transition from going from being this athlete to going to the work world, a lot of us struggle because we haven't been taught how to get a job, how to interview for a job, how to dress for a job. When you get your first check, what you do. Because when you get a stipend check, you blowing it.
Oh, yeah.
You blowing it. You blowing it.
Every time.
When you get that loan money, you blowing it.
Man.
Nobody's saving. I'm finna buy this ticket to go home. After that, I'm finna buy these jets. I'm finna buy some food. We finna go party. We finna do this.
That ticket's the first purchase.
Man. And Jordans is the first one, because if you grew up in there had Jordans, your first check, I'm finna go get these J's.
Man.
I'm about to go get them. Because I ain't never had
them.
You
knew when it was refund time around campus, everybody fresh.
Yeah.
Everybody clean.
Definitely. When you got that disbursement, it was over.
Somebody might come back with a car.
You never know. And there was some players who had that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got this. Yeah, I know how you got it. You got a lot of me.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, but that transition from being an athlete, there's one thing that people don't understand that makes athletes, especially football players, excel at what they do, because you've been conditioned in a certain realm to face anything that life will throw to you. Some things you just don't know, like that small stuff, like kind of like what we talked about yesterday, like the different parts of the job. You know, when you find out stuff about the job and you jump on it, you adapt to it because you're quick to jump. You gotta adapt. You gotta adjust and adapt to stuff real fast, because if you don't, you be right on the sideline.
Quick.
And they're wondering why I ain't in there.
Yep, that's called you lost in the sauce.
Yeah, you might not get that chance no more. So tell me about your transition from playing football to now being in the work world.
Well, how my football career was ending was 2021 season at Northwestern State, and I put myself in the hole my freshman year. Once I did go JUCO, my first semester, I was lazy. Like, I wasn't going to no class, so I was playing catch up from that up until my junior year. So I was enrolled in 6 classes, only 1 elective. So they made it to when like I had to pass everything with at least a B.
Yeah.
So this is my first time having 6 classes since high school, especially on the college level. So like I was moving different. You feel me? Like I'm going to the study hall before it's open. Once it's closed, if it's tutors in there or not, like I'm trying to show them, like I'm putting forth the effort. Y'all say y'all want to see me try academically, I'm doing that. I'm doing that and more. So eventually, one class, I forgot what class it was, but the teacher, she was one of the ones that she didn't care if you were an athlete. She wasn't buzzing on none of the coaches emailing her stuff. I was struggling in her class. She wasn't going for the extra credit. And then I scheduled a face-to-face with this lady. She didn't show up. So at this point, I knew, like, man, I just got to do what I can to get through this class.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm transparent with my tutors, my academic advisors, coaches, and everything. I'm telling them I got 5 classes for sure. One of them is going to come down to my final. So this was like in May of, this was like May at the time. They made it seem as if like, all right, we got a plan for you. As long as you don't fail, if you can make a D or a C, we got a plan for you. You just got to take 2 summer classes instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I'm still finna shoot the pass, but like, all right, I'm glad we got a plan.
Yeah.
So I take my final. I got a D on the final, so that brought my C to a D. So I had a D overall. I told the academic advisor before I left school. So at this point, I come home, you feel me, to see my girl and my son, just spend time with them. I'm thinking it's a regular summer break. I packed probably like 2 weeks worth of clothes in my video game.
Yeah.
So I come home, I get a call from my position coach and the offensive coordinator. That was like, your grades came in. Okay, what it was. Like he called me like ecstatic, like, man, your grades came in. So I'm thinking this is some good news.
Yeah.
It was like you passed 5, you made a D in 1. I was like, oh, okay, so we're gonna follow through with the plan. So he was like, yeah, but we can't pay for him. And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, we could tell you the classes to take, but we can't pay for them. I'm like, what do you mean? Because on our own scholarship, there's like, that's the thing. If you want to be on the team, we got to have you pass these classes, and the scholarship is yours. And I was like, when did I lose it? Like, right. I was just there not even a week ago, and we had a plan. None of this. Oh, you not on? Like, I wasn't aware of none of this. Mm-hmm. So he was like, just get in touch to academic advisor, see what it is. So I called Trevor. His name was Trevor. I called Trevor. I was like, good morning, Trevor. This is Rod. He was like, who is this? I was like, Rod. He was just acting like he didn't know who I was.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I just talked to you 2 days ago. We was talking about the summer school plan.
Right.
And he was shooting me around the bush, talking about some call to student unions, and this, that, and the third. I was just getting a runaround. And at this point, I was at home going on a month. And at the first 2-3 weeks, my girl was carrying the weight. And like the way I was raised, I just can't sit back and watch my girl do it all, especially with us having a kid. So I just got a job. I started working at Walmart, and like that transition was like, that was different for me. Like, like I was like, just felt like I was isolated. Like I applied all the same discipline I learned from football, like being on time, following instructions, like all that stuff came natural. But it was just like that brotherhood, that camaraderie. Just I was on the same schedule for 12 years. I was playing football since I was 11, so I'm used to structure, a schedule, like having to do it all on your own. No coach, no GA, nobody testing you. That was like, that's where it hit me. Like man, you're on your own. Like you gotta pick up this slack. Right. And that, I feel like me, and I feel like a lot of athletes that even don't say it like that, be like that transition, that like depression and like you just be reminiscing, and that'd be the hardest thing, just picking up a new path and sticking to it. Like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough when it all gets taken away from you. Like, especially when you know you trying, and they just like, they don't care for real. Like at that point, my coach told me in high school, and I never understood till it happened to me. It was like, he wanted me to go to a HBCU so bad, but he was like, at certain schools, you just a number. I never knew what he meant by that. Yep. And now I know exactly what he meant. Like, when I called the academic advisor, and he was like, who is this? Who is Rod? I was like, dang, like, when I was on the field and I was wearing number 72, everybody was, oh, man, good game. Oh, we love the way you play. Woo, just, like, fans, all that. But when like you said, the behind the door stuff people don't know, man, they'll just, man, get them out of here. Like,
got though.
Yeah. So, real quick.
They don't
replace you in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. I remember my coach, my first 2 years, he was with us, our head coach, right? So, and there was a story that he was applying to go to Louisville. Funny thing is, Louisville was one of the schools I was going to go to, and Ole Miss, but I decided because I got in trouble. couldn't go, right? So I set up and went to the school that I went to, right? So I'm sitting there talking to this man. I said, "Hey man, I seen something on TV. This man lied straight to my face like, you can't believe that." I would never forget this. It was a day after Thanksgiving. It was a day after Thanksgiving. Right on ESPN. Who faces right next to the Louisville Cardinal thing? I'm like, boy, you full of shit. You full of shit. Boy, you full of shit.
Yeah.
And then when he see me, he's like, I got something to say. I said, man, you ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, oh man.
I'm good, dog.
They hit you with the little froze stuck look and then
Yeah.
try to like sweet talk you.
Like you said it already, dog.
Yeah.
Me. Nothing you can say to me right now. Cause I asked you straight up. You want to know something from me straight up. I asked you straight up. You could have just told me. I understand now, because the contract situation, you probably couldn't tell me because you probably tell somebody else. But at the same time, if the NIL and that transfer portal would have been there, I think half that team would have left. That's the only reason why a lot of people was there in the first place.
That's crazy. The NIL stuff crazy.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the hardest part for me when I was done was I had a kid, but I had a decision to make. So then I was in Miami. It was getting ready to come. You know, training camp was getting ready to start. Well, you know, we like to keep you here. I'm like, what you mean we like to keep me here? Buffalo. I'm like, nah, I'm good, dog. I'm good. I'm good. My kid was just getting ready to be born. I was like, nah, I can't do this, dog. I'm not playing this song or dance because I damn near thought I made a damn team. And now you're going to come in and do it? Nah, dog, I'm good, man. So I walked away from it. At first, I was like, man, I made the dumbest decision in the world. But then after a while, I'm like, man, I'm glad I made a decision. You know, because then I had to get myself ready to now be a dad, a brand new dad, a young dad. There ain't nobody telling me shit about being a dad. I had to learn this shit on my own, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody can tell you to the blue in the face, but until you go through it yourself, you don't know. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the hell you're doing.
Just winging it.
Guesswork, right? So now that you get there, and now you get your first job, and just how you said when you went to Walmart, with nobody there. I don't think I talked to any of my friends from school probably for like 5-6 years. Just going through that. And if I'd have talked to them now, had the same conversation, most of them will probably had the same conversation. Man, when I left, everything stopped. Because it will stop. Because people don't know. It's just like that song go, when the music's over, ain't nothing for you to live for. Ain't nothing for you there. Ain't nothing for you there. So yeah. So now that you're in this work field, how do you feel like you're transitioning to it?
I feel like I'm transitioning good for the most part. Like, just who I am as a person. I've always been the type, like, once I start something, like, I want to be one of the best at it. Like, I want to make sure, like, I leave a mark. I want people to know Rod when I leave. Wherever I go, you feel me? Like, they going to remember, I remember that tall dude. I remember him. Just something good to say. So, like, I try to just, like, be a sponge when I first jump into something, just soak up as much knowledge as I can, then just start adding like my own flavor to it. I guess just like being myself, but really just, I don't know. The best way I can explain it is just like how you said with football. Like, you got to adapt or you're going to be on the sideline. So just be picking up knowledge from people I feel like is like doing good at certain things in certain fields, and just picking up pieces and adding it to my own. And so far, it's been working good for me. Like, the job I got now at West Oaks, I like it compared to all the other jobs I've worked since I've been home. And I don't really know. It's just not wanting to give up, knowing I have someone depending on me. I just, like, I got to keep going. Like, I got to.
Right. You playing a new game.
Yeah, for sure.
You
playing a new game, and I don't want to lose.
Yeah, you can't lose at this one right here. You lose this and everything over.
At this,
Yeah. Everything over. Tell me a little bit about, you could talk to us a little bit about like your childhood, your upbringing, and what made you want to work with people.
So what made me want to really work with, well, growing up, I was in a single parent home with my mom, but my dad was still like in my life. He was just like, he was in and out the system, and he had moved. So like, majority of my communication with him was over the phone until I was like in high school. So it was just my mom, my sister, and like I had my uncle was there, but I was really just like the man of the house at a young age. So
Mhm.
like just having to be that like not financial support at a young age, but just showing like just being emotional support and just like helping her out, like helping my mom out, helping my sister out, just having to pick up that role and seeing how like it made them feel when I like being able to see my mom smile and my sister in a good mood when like I did something to help. I just always wanted to like just have that feeling. And then once I did start playing sports and like just like how can I explain it? Like
Just what's on your
just
mind.
seeing my teammates do something good, you feel me? Like that made me feel better than my own accomplishments. Like I see a teammate struggling with something, and I'd be like, when I first played baseball, that was my first sport. I had a
Yeah.
teammate that could not swing a bat. And I
Right.
just like gave him a few tips, like man, just choke up on the bat, line your knuckles up, and just swing through. And like just seeing him get good at it, like that made me feel good knowing that like, I helped him. And then I just applied it every day growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I am now. Then especially playing offensive line too. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta protect the quarterback, block for the running back every play. Name never get called. You feel me? Like the running back can have 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. They gonna just say he did an amazing job. They ain't gonna never say the
You know.
5 people right there. We never get our names in the box. Never get our names in the paper. But as
Yeah.
soon as something go wrong,
You.
we fat, slow, all that stuff. So like, I'm just used to, you feel me, just being like the coaches call it the gloves, like just keeping everybody together. I'm used to being that person, just like trying to keep everything going.
Yeah. Yeah, you talked about your mindset, you know, when you said you had that lonely feeling. And I think everybody that played football, especially football, because like we said, when it's over, it's over. Did you feel like it was something that could have took you down and had the best of you? Or do you feel like you had a good network of people that would help you through to get you to the next phase?
A little bit of both, really. Like it'll be moments like I felt like I didn't know what to do. Like felt like I ain't had nobody to really talk to because nobody really would understand me. But at the same time, I knew I had like my dad, even though he might not know nothing about like how the college football stuff work.
Mm-hmm.
Like he the type of person like he'll sit down, he'll listen, and he'll just give you his best advice. Like I know I had people that wanted to see me do good and had my best interest at heart. But I just felt like, man, like y'all wasn't there, bro. Like y'all wasn't like literally blood, sweat, and tears every day. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just saw like the pictures I took on game days, and when I saw y'all sent out highlights, but man, I wasn't never with them painful nights. Them man, it was a lot that go through your head when, especially the way it got took from me, just like at an instant, it just like your thoughts, just battling your thoughts, really. But I had people, but it was just hard for me to like express that because I felt like no one understood it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just like immediate family. Like all my teammates were still doing their thing,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't want to like be a burden on nobody, hit
Right.
them with like what I was going through. So it was like I can't sit here and talk about coaches to my girl or my mom. They just gonna sit there and just give me sympathy. Like, oh, it's okay. Like I don't get it for real.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Do you feel like at times it was like when you were in that spot that you felt like you wanted to try again, you wanted to try to go back to school, you want to finish, you want to do
I
that?
still have them thoughts now. I'd like it'll hit me like, man, how can I balance this and just get this? Because I still got a year. It's Billy love.
Mm-hmm.
I just be thinking like to this day, like how can I balance this life stuff, get my family situated? And I just want to play my last season. Like I still be having them thoughts bad because like I said, a lot of my teammates are all, like the close friends I'm in JUCO, they still playing ball. So like every time I talk to them, they're in the weight room, they got shoulder pads on, they doing their thing. And I just be like, man, just knowing I got a year left and like not to toot my horn, but I was good. You feel me? Like I had got the same speech probably a lot of players got like, oh man, you're gonna make it. But like like it just I don't know. Like football just came second nature to me. Like it was real easy. So like just not having it, man, that was hard. But I feel like I'm getting off track. What was the question again?
No, you right. No, you good.
Oh,
you
man,
good.
that's just like
Good. because the funny thing is, like I say, everybody who has gone through that, they've had those thoughts, they've had those emotions. Like, let's say somebody gets a terrible injury and they can't play no more. They get the same thing. Like, know what? Your phone ain't ringing no more. Ain't nobody
Mm-hmm.
gonna stop by and see you. Ain't nobody gonna try to check up on you and be in your face and all sort of stuff. You are lonely. It is a very lonely feeling. And if you're not built to handle that, which all that stuff, all that training and stuff kind of helps you do that. But
Yeah.
most people don't understand that once you're done playing, not we didn't even talking about the CTE and them hits you take and all the other stuff. But
Oh
once you're
yeah.
done playing, that does something to you that people don't get. Like to this day, like I will go to a game, but I don't like going.
Yeah.
I can't sit there. I can't
Yeah.
sit there and watch it.
I know
Normally,
exactly what you mean.
I can't sit there and watch it because I know what I poured into it. I know how I left, but at the same time, I'm like, I gotta let it go. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a real toxic situation. I gotta let it go. You know, so I know you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you were to go to a game, if you were to have another chance, if you were to have another chance to go back for your eligibility, how do you think you would do if you had that opportunity?
Well, I know if the opportunity to present itself right now, I probably wouldn't make the cut because I haven't touched a weight, put on a pair of cleats in a long time. But I just know, like, man, with my passion and like how determined I am, like, and then especially the opportunity came after the way it was took from me,
Mm-hmm.
I for sure make the best of it. Like a lot of stuff that I was taking for granted, I would overdo it. I would expose it. Like all my resources that I would have, I would just use it to the max
Mm-hmm.
and try to make the best of it. Because like I always, just like anybody, I always felt like, man, I gotta go to the league. I gotta go to the league. I got people depending on me. And if I had the opportunity again, I'll try to make the best of it. Especially with only being 1 year left, just know I gave it all I have. Like the way it was took, I feel like I still got something to give. I just want to be able just to give it all I got. Like me knowing this is the end, and I played it, and like I know, like all right, boom, it's time to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of it just being like, all right, we done with you.
Right.
Being able just to walk away would probably satisfy me. Like no matter how it goes, being able, I'm gonna get my bachelor's regardless, but like just graduating and finishing at a university, that was the goal. Like,
Right. Because that will put you in a different spot.
yeah.
That's what everybody tells you. Oh, you go to college, you get your degree, you'll be in a better position that you are. So sometimes these dudes that's going to trade school, they winning.
Yeah.
But that's just the game that they sell us because they don't know no better. And then when we go through it, we learn the hard way. And like, it ain't what you think it is, you know. Because during the season, they're going to give you some gimme classes anyway.
Yeah, just to get you by, keep you eligible.
You know, and then in the off season, that's when you really take that you need. That's the other part of the game that people don't understand. You know,
you thinking it's time to chill and it's time to lock in academically. You finally your body getting a break.
Yeah,
now it's time to start using the mind.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a little tough transition sometimes too. That first week, that first team meeting after the season over, that grade check, that'd be that heart check.
Yeah,
coach get the calling boys out. You get to having to show up to the field house at 4 a.m. for a punishment because you got a C in a class and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that'd be the gut check right there. That'd be what make and break a lot of people too.
Yeah, definitely. Those punishments ain't for everybody. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just say, "Oh, I played so and so," and you're like, "You wouldn't make it," because I can see how you are. You wouldn't be able to make it. Not even a week. So I'm gonna talk about something that you mentioned earlier about your scholarship. A lot of people don't know that you can get. They say it's 4 years or 5 years, but a scholarship is really a year-to-year contract.
Almost semester to semester in certain situations.
It is a year-to-year contract, and like you said, semester to semester, they can snatch it from you at any time for anything, anything, right? So you have to make sure you're doing what you have to do, or it's gone. Then if you leave it, because I had a teammate like that, he never saw the field. Coming out of Vegas, this dude was one of the coldest dudes ever. Never saw the field. Decompensated. He just started getting his life back together. Years. Now, I ain't played in like 20-something years. He's now having the opportunity to do that. He my age. Now having a chance to to finally start living life and doing the things that he's supposed to do. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. That's that, like I said, that's that side of football that people don't see.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a brand new father, sort of brand new father, but you're
Yeah.
a new father, right? How does that feel?
It's that's a feeling I can't really explain. Like I always heard, like you never know what true love is till you have your first child. And man, once I had Amir, like everything just felt different. Cause I had Amir my freshman year of college, like when I was at my junior college, and like that's like that was around that time when like I was slacking in class and all that. Then once I found out Jaleel was pregnant, like it was different. I ain't gonna sit here and say I turned to a scholar. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but like I was starting to put forth the effort. I was trying. You feel me? I'm going to study hall, sitting in front in class. And then once I had Amir, once I actually held him, it didn't even feel like this ain't school no more. Like I gotta make it. It's time to start making moves. You feel me? Because it's like I'm sacrificing, missing day by day with him. I'm out here with y'all, and it's just like some gotta give. You feel me? Like if I'm out here, I gotta get something out of this, or I gotta go home and do what I gotta do. Because at the end of the day, Amir didn't ask to be here,
Right.
so like I gotta pick up that slack. He depending on me and his mom to make something happen for him. So like I gotta be the one to do it. Cause like my dad used to always tell me like, if you have a kid, you be the one to take care of it. Like he always told me that. Like if you have a kid, take care of it. So once me and Jaleel agreed on keeping Amir, like it was a different mode. Like you could tell on the field and academically. Like my grades started getting better. I started getting some offers out of my junior college. I started losing weight, and then I started just like I was just getting better on the field. I had met a Lane Johnson, the tackle for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I met him around this time when I was changing and stuff. So I just felt like everything's gonna fall into place. So just knowing I had Amir depending on me, it gave me a drive that I still got today. Like man, like if you in front of me, you will pray. Like I gotta keep going. Like if you ain't helping, you in the way.
Right. Because now you're using your football tactics and that mindset.
Yeah.
In a different part of life now.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you think you're doing right now about that?
I feel like I'm doing good for just like being 23, just starting. I feel like I'm doing good, but like I know I could do better. Like, I want to be better. I want to just try to keep being the best father I can every day. But as far as right now, I feel like I'm doing good because once I came home from school, it was probably like 8 months now. When I first got here, Amir Bond was good, but like I can still tell that he was like, I don't know if you finna leave again. Like, all right, dude. Like, you hear how long type deal.
Yeah.
And like I had to build that bond. Like, I didn't want that to keep going on. And just building that bond, it made me feel good over time. And just seeing the things that like I'm teaching him and trying to discipline him on and just get him ready for it. And he using it every day. That makes me feel good. Like the little things. Like when I was transitioning from school to home, Amir was in the process of being potty trained.
Right.
After like 2 weeks of me being home with him and just being here to like help him, like, hey man, when dad go to the restroom, you come into the restroom. You got a pot, I got a pot. Just like, and seeing him get potty trained in 2 weeks, that made me feel good. Like I felt like that was better than any game I won for real. Right. And just seeing that every day, that just like it just brings a smile on my face, even just talking about him. Like just I just like seeing him grow.
Right. You the same age as my oldest. The same age. That's when I had him at 23. So yeah, so I know. So our story is kind of the same a little bit.
Yeah.
A bit. That's good. Now that you have Amir, what do you want for him? And now that you're a father, now the roles have changed. You talk about what your dad taught you. Now you have a son. What do you want to see for your son?
For sure, be better than me. Like, no matter what you do, like, I would love for my son to play sports just like any other father. But, like, all I want from him, man, whatever you do in life, give it your all. Like, give it 100%. Because you never know what doors it may open for you. Like, even if you in the books, you trying to go do something different. Like, you on a different path. It ain't sports, man. Just give it your all. Don't be scared to try new things and just really books for sure. Books, because that was my problem. And I don't want him to have to go through what I went through. Like, I don't want y'all to go to no junior college, no partial scholarship, whatever you do, I want you to be able to do it with flying colors. Like,
Right.
I'm eventually, my plan is to open like a credit card in his name so he can have good credit growing up. Like, all the stuff I wish my dad was teaching me that I'm learning now, for sure gonna like install that in the mirror. Just teaching them like how to have drive, your own, like finding your why, really. Well, like what you want to do, why you want to do it, and just keep going. Don't take no for an answer. Like whatever you want to do in life, you can do it, man. Just stay the course.
Right. I see you. I want to tell you myself. I see you. When I see him, not that y'all look the same, but I can tell the effect that you got on him. I could tell how much you've been putting into him, but I also can tell what it's doing for you. And that's what's most important. The main thing a dad would want to do for his kid, especially his son, if his son is the first one, is just what you said. I want them to be better than me. Whatever that I've gone through, I don't want them to face that same thing. So you're absolutely right, which that's the best thing as a new father that you have, that you're adapting to already, that a lot of other people, they wait until it's almost over.
Yeah.
Realizing like, I just screwed up my kids' life. They could have been 10 times better than what they are, but because of my own hang up and my problems I got, I put that onto my kid, which I don't see that with him. You know what I mean? Because I can see how smart he is. I can see that you put in some time with him. I can see things are going on. And I can tell how he relates. So that's a good thing. That's a very great thing. I do want to tell you, I am proud of you.
Thank you.
I am proud of you. As a black man, one black man to the next black man, I am proud of you. I know what you've been through to an extent, but I know where you are right now. But my next question is, where do you want to be?
To be honest, I really don't know. Like, for sure, more financially stable. The stuff I got aligned for me right now, I got one semester left. I need four more credits, so get my bachelor's. Get my first car. I've never had a car. You feel I'm trying to get a car in my name. I don't know, for real. Just the best way I can explain it, being prepared for whatever life throws to me. Like just being ready. Like whatever cards I get dealt, I want to be able just to play them smooth. Like I don't want to have to be like in panic mode. I just want to be able to like play my cards like a grown man should. That's where I want to be. Like just be there mentally, financially, everything. Just I want everything to be smooth sailing in my life. That's where I want to be. That's the best way I can explain it.
All right, that's good. That's good, and that's the best thing you can want for yourself and for your children. Right. I got a side question. You want to be married?
Right now, I don't know. All right, as of right now, I see it in my future, but right now, no.
I'm going to tell you right now, do it when you're ready. Don't wait forever, but do it when you're ready. The reason why is you have to prepare for not just the children, but the mother too. And that's a whole nother ball of wax to complete everything. Because no one really teaches black men how to be husbands or fathers. We have to learn that trial and error. So, and some of us rush into it like, oh, this is what I want, and then turn around like, this ain't what I asked for, you know? Because mentally I'm not mentally prepared to handle these things when they come to me because I haven't been taught these things. So when you get to that point, you'll know you're at that point to do what you got to do to make sure you're doing the same thing like you're doing with Amir, and everything will work out for you.
For sure.
Right. You got any last thoughts, any last things you want to put out there so the people know?
Probably just like a crazy JUCO story, like one of my crazy off-season experiences.
Okay.
So man, it was when I first got there. Well, really, I ain't really even give you the rundown on me like out of high school. So out of high school, I played offensive tackle. I was the number 26 tackle in my class. I had like 18 Division I scholarships, but like I had like 25 total. I had signed to U of H. That didn't go. I had to take the JUCO route. So my first day in Kilgore, Texas. I've never heard of Kilgore. The pitch they sold me on the phone, they had signed 31 Division I the season prior, which you could look that up. That was good. But they was like, oh man, yeah, man, we an hour and a half east of Dallas, 3 hours from Houston, man. You just right at home. That was a lie. I was 3 hours from Dallas, 4 hours from home. And then when I got there, it was the day before fall camp. I walked in the locker room. I'm not paying attention. I stepped on the logo in the middle of the floor. I actually had to bust out 25 push-ups for stepping on the logo. Then I got up. Coach was talking. Oh, man, my buddy came out here to cook for us and stuff. It was a long table of barbecue. So we getting in line. He passing out plates. Then he started passing out little mouthwash cups. And I'm thinking like, man, ain't no way finna drink out of these.
Yeah.
He was like, if you want to eat, I got to get mine. I'm just looking at everybody. Everybody just with it. Like, everybody just like, all right. I'm like, man, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So first day in there, he had to take a drug test. Like, he wanted a weed-free program. If your test had to come back. If you had a negative test, you didn't eat.
Right.
Like, if you failed the test, you go to your room. Like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. So I'm sitting there scared, like, man, I know I'm clean, but I'm just scared, like, man, like, I can't even pee right now. Like, what's going on? Like, these coaches are parole officers.
Yeah.
So I ended up staying at the field house like 2 hours after everybody gone, just sitting in the coach off with the coach. They started giving me water. I'm just like, Coach, I'm not going to be able to pee because I know y'all sitting here waiting on that.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't going to happen. Can I do it first thing in the morning? And they just sitting there making jokes. Oh, you must be dirty. Oh, we got one, Coach. Lift his skirt up, Coach. Just like antagonizing. I'm like, man, what is going on? It is day one. Like, I've bin in Kilgore 4 hours at this point. And I'm already like, yeah.
I ain't trying to be.
I got to call my mama when I get to the room. I don't know about this. Oh, no. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, they just harassed me to get some pee. I couldn't even pee. Ooh. She was like, wait. She ain't making it no better. She started panicking too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in my room. What you mean? It's just like that first day at JUCO was just like, all right, man, come on, get with it or get lost.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
But that I can say and talk about JUCO all day, but that was for sure like the culture shock for me. Going to junior college that first day, it felt like boot camp. Like, yeah, you can eat. I just need a clean drug test first. And it's just like, huh? Like, this not. You didn't pitch none of this to me when y'all was recruiting me. Like, y'all made it seem like we are peaches and cream over here.
Yeah.
Nah, as soon as we get here, we own it.
Question is, how many people fail?
Oh man, my first day, I think my freshman year we had 78 players, 79. I want to say like 30 failed, 23 or 30. It was one of those two numbers. I don't remember. But I just know there was a lot of people getting up at 5 a.m. for a week. They were going down to that stadium every morning. Yeah. That was traumatizing. I'm talking about you waking up to go to breakfast. They coming back walking from the field stiff.
Mm-hmm.
They still got class, practice, weights, film, all that still. Man, it was just – but I ain't gonna lie. As crazy as it sounds, I don't regret going to JUCO. I'm really thankful for it, for real. It got me ready for the real world. Mm-hmm. Like, going through a lot in JUCO, man, like from cold showers to just no training staff. Like, at one point, man, I had a high ankle sprain. I'm taking like 200 milligram Advils just to go to practice.
Yeah.
Ankle tape, ankle brace, and I got my cleats padded just to practice. And it's like
just for practice.
That's get ready to get lost.
Like, not like Allen Iverson say, not a game, but practice.
Yes, yeah, you gotta go. Yeah.
The practice.
Then every practice was live, man. Like, we had no acclimation period. Like, them helmets and shorts the first 3 days, none of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Man, coach had us running and lifting so much before we started. He was like, man, y'all don't even need to acclimate. We out here every day. First day of fall camp, weeks, full pads. Oklahoma drill, hit. Yeah. We had so many people cramp up and fall out, man. And it's, hey, trainer, come get him. Hey, come on, keep this thing going.
Next man up. Up. Yep.
But, yeah, that was, JUCO was fun. It was fun and crazy, though.
Yeah, that's good. You're going to always have those stories And then when you talk to your boys, y'all gonna always remember that because that's gonna be
yeah.
like, even through hell, that's gonna seem like heaven because you can sit there and laugh about it.
Mm-hmm.
At the time is like, what the hell are we doing? But now that you're older, you can sit back and
Yeah.
go, man, I can't believe we did that shit.
Facts.
I can't believe we did that shit. Can't believe we did that shit. That's why my boys still say to this day, we were slaves. And we're like, yeah, we was. We were slaves. Yeah, we was. Yeah, that now that we're older, we can see that. But then
in the moment, you just like, oh man, like
I'm trying to make it.
we can, this gonna get us. This gonna get us there, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it.
Oh,
And none of them drills.
We doing something.
None of them drills get you to the.
Yeah, you get to doing that drill, that sun on your neck. You like, man, look, don't talk to me right now.
Yeah. None of them drills get you to the league. And then they wonder why athletes wear nothing but when you're done playing. I need some sweats. Why you wear sweats? That's the easiest thing because I got to take these off with pads on.
Man, me and my girl argue when we about to go somewhere. That's what you wearing? Look, dog, look. Come on, man, work with me. These sweatpants, t-shirt, that's me.
All my life. Easy. Take these off, put these clothes on, shower after practice, put them right back on. Or go to class.
Routine for real.
Yeah, I'm going to class. And my slides too.
Oh, yeah. Slides are some real comfortable running shoes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Your favorite workout shoes.
Yeah, definitely. That's good, though. But thank you, though, for being part
of
the
sure, man. I appreciate you having me.
No problem. Anytime. I'm going to have it uploaded on the page a little bit later. So if you want to go back, you want to see it, that's it. I want to thank my guest, Rod, today. All right. That's the Black Male Podcast. Peace.